The 1986 film Pretty in Pink cast was made of the iconic Brat Pack, a group of teen actors known for starring in films like The Breakfast Club and 16 Candles. The film was not only immensely popular at the time, it's still regarded as a cult classic. Pretty in Pink was produced by Paramount Pictures and released in the U.S. on February 28, 1986. The film earned $40.5 million during its theatrical run. Play's cast brought fresh life to the age-old plot. Today, Pretty in Pink is still so popular, it was re-released by Paramount Pictures just in time for Valentine's Day. While the fashion and lingo of the film may be cemented in the 80s, even the younger generation can still see themselves in the film's characters. The film was written and co-executive produced by John Hughes, who in the mid-1980s was already well known for his work on 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, among many other films. Hughes had already established himself as the dominating force of high school and coming-of-age films in the industry. However, despite his close ties to the Brat Pack, he left the casting of Pretty in Pink up to director Howard Deutsch. Pretty in Pink was the first film Howard Deutsch ever directed, and while he had plenty of misgivings going into this high-pressure new career, the ultimate success of the film would greatly affect his career. Very different. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how Howard Deutsch almost cast some very different actors for the beloved characters we know today. Make sure you stick around because we're going to reveal which other actress nearly replaced Molly Ringwald as the film's lead actress. The lead character, Andy, was almost played by Jennifer Beals. As we all know, the lead character Andy was beautifully portrayed by iconic actress Molly Ringwald, but she almost didn't play the character at all. John Hughes specifically wrote the script for Pretty in Pink intending to cast Molly as the lead. However, Paramount Pictures had a different idea in mind. They wanted to cast a more popular actress, Jennifer Beals. At the time, Beals was incredibly famous for her performance in the film Flashdance. Because Ringwald had already starred in 2 other teen dramas, it took a while for Hughes and Deutsch to convince her to accept the role. She was reluctant to star in yet another coming-of-age teen drama, but with a bit of convincing, she finally said yes. Later on, Ringwald admitted she was very glad she took the role, and that filming the movie was a great experience for her. There were a lot of conflicting ideas surrounding the casting of Ducky. Director Howard Deutsch desperately wanted the role of Ducky to be portrayed by Anthony Michael Hall, another Brat Pack member. Molly Ringwald was resolutely against his appearance in the film, asserting that if he was cast, the film would too closely resemble 16 Candles. Instead, Ringwald wanted the role to be played by Robert Downey Jr. In the end, neither Deutsch nor Ringwald got their way, as the role finally went to Jon Cryer. The film turned out to be Cryer's breakout role, who until that time had only played minor roles. Today, he's most known for winning 2 Primetime Emmy Awards in the popular sitcom 2.5 Men, as well as for his roles in films such as Hot Shots, Shorts, and Holy Man. How one Pretty in Pink casting decision changed the movie's ending. Believe it or not, Jon Cryer's casting had immense consequences on the film. In the original script, John Hughes intended for Andy and Ducky to end up in a relationship together. Howard Deutsch was all for that ending, until Jon Cryer was cast, that is. After seeing Jon Cryer and learning the end of the script, Molly Ringwald had inhibitions too. She simply couldn't imagine her character having romantic feelings towards Ducky. Poor Jon Cryer admitted in an interview his initial internal reaction was, "Wow, so I'm that unattractive? Thanks, Moll." To add insult to injury, Ringwald added she would have been fine with her character getting together with Ducky had he been played by Robert Downey Jr. Howard Deutsch gave in and changed the ending so Andy gets together with the character Blaine in the end. Years later, Deutsch was filled with regrets over the decision. In an interview, he explained, "Ducky should have the girl, and it was all built for that, and it was designed for that. And I could have ended that way, had I not messed with one thing. I cast Jon Cryer." While the alternate ending didn't seem to upset many fans, it certainly had consequences for the creators of the film. Make sure you stick around to the end because we're also going to reveal how the changed ending destroyed director Howard Deutsch's relationship with writer John Hughes. And if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Facts Verse for more. Perfect for the role. She couldn't help but admit she thought he was cute and felt her character Andy would also be attracted to him. After a lot of pushing, the casting directors finally relented, and Andrew McCarthy was cast as Blaine. Jon Cryer added 2 iconic lines to the film. While Ringwald and Deutsch both had misgivings about the casting of Jon Cryer, he actually had quite a lot to add to Pretty in Pink. In one scene, while entering the women's bathroom and seeing the tampon machine, Cryer says, "We don't have a candy machine in the boys' room." The hilarious line was actually pulled from Cryer's personal experience. The first time he saw a tampon machine, he actually thought it was a candy dispenser. A second line that Cryer added to the movie was the line, "His name is Blaine? That's a major appliance, not a name." Whatever you think about the decision to cast Jon Cryer, you can't deny he made some bold and hilarious choices. How the changed ending destroyed Howard Deutsch's relationship with John Hughes. Hughes had initially written Ducky and Andy to get together as a couple. Howard Deutsch, however, ultimately decided to cast Jon Cryer as Ducky, which caused both him and Molly Ringwald to reimagine Andy's chemistry towards the character. Finally, Deutsch made the decision to change the ending, so Ducky ended up with another girl and Andy got together with Blaine. John Hughes was furious at the change of his script, and it caused a huge falling out between him and Deutsch. However, Deutsch had a very difficult decision to make. Originally, he actually did try to film a version where Andy and Ducky ended up together. During a test run, however, audience members despised the ending so much they even booed. Finally, Deutsch realized that what most young audience members at the time wanted was for the lead woman to get the cute guy. This, combined with Ringwald's desire for her character to end up with Blaine, caused Deutsch to change the ending with a heavy heart. Do you think the original ending John Hughes wrote was a better fit for the film? Or do you agree with Howard Deutsch's decision to make Andy and Blaine end up together? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.